Hi, so just doing another eBay update before I go into work. We have a planning period, so I'm kind of going to take a few minutes just to do this because I didn't do one yesterday. I can't remember when I did one again. I'm not really good about getting on a schedule with this, but I want to start creating the schedule because it's really important to me to have the accountability of documenting my journey, and then for myself to see, in a year how far I've come and what I was thinking and doing here at this point in my business and in my life. So basically, I went to the outlet yesterday. I posted about that on Instagram. Well, I just showed a video of like what the 99-cent outlet looks like, the Goodwill one. Basically, it's just a bunch of giant boxes with stuff in it. I only had like 30 minutes to spare, but I spent an hour. 30 minutes was just so I could get to the babysitter in time, but yeah, it's okay. So anyway, I got about 10 things. I got a Vera Bradley purse. I'm trying to think. I got a formal dress for $1. Like I said, everything's $1. A couple other things I don't remember. So I want to start doing haul videos because nobody in my household, my husband, doesn't care. He's not there most of the time because he's working his 2 jobs, but I really want somebody to just be able to share, or anybody, just to be able to share my finds, because you find things and you're so excited that you found whatever you found, or the price you got, or how much it's going to sell for, and sometimes I just want to get that out, and just kind of share some of that stuff. Plus, I think haul videos can be informative. It doesn't mean that the items will sell, so I think what sold videos are really, really valuable, because then you can really see, like, this item sold for that. But I think it's cool to see both, right? Like, what did I try? What was I thinking when I bought that? And then, did it actually pan out? So, did it actually sell later on? So, I'll try to get my stuff together and be able to do one of those. So, about eBay specifically, I talked to the lister about improving some listings. So she lives about 30 minutes away from me. So one of the things that I did was she did like 6 listings, and she was pretty close. After sitting with her for about an hour, and then I created some templates and an instruction sheet and put that all on Google Drive. After doing all of that, she was able to get pretty close to what I'm wanting. So that was really good. Like, for first try, that was really good. I was thinking there was definitely going to be a training period, and I thought it might be longer than it actually probably will be. So that's great. I think just a couple more times of her listing some things, and she should be able to get it down. Well, this is just clothing for now. So when we switch to any kind of new type of item like shoes or hard goods, then it'll probably need a little bit of revamping there too, because those things are a lot different. So I'm trying to figure out on my end what the template needs to look like what the what system needs to be in place to make it kind of universal. So one of the things I'm doing is I created listing templates instead of having her go onto eBay and search through stuff. That'll make it a lot faster, but that also means that I got to make a template for a variety of items, and I've got to think about all the things that I'm going to be sending her. So she's working on that, so that's good. The other thing is my photographer is doing great. Around the holidays, she kind of backed off a little bit from taking pictures, which was the opposite of what I needed. But that's okay. I just needed to communicate that better with her. So she's picked that back up, and because she had a part-time job, I think at Dairy Queen or something, and she decided that, like, I'm paying her more than she was making there, because she was working very minimal hours. So the amount of time she puts into this is actually better for her. And so she's really picking up on that. One thing I noticed this week was that for some reason she decided to, she changed something about the lighting. Like, she turned on the lighting kit and then left the overhead lights on or off, whereas before they were on. And normally that would be good, but it actually changed the color of everything. In the photos, they all looked blue, regardless of what color they were. If it was gray, it looked blue. If it was black, it definitely looked navy. So I had to contact her and just, you know, try to get her to figure out what went wrong there and to fix all of that. I think I am going to pay her for the mess up. Like, I'll pay her for the original effort, and I'll pay her for the redo, because I see it as training, and I see it as, you know, just part of the learning curve. Because if she was trained better, then she would have known to look at the pictures, and she would have known to immediately fix it. So I see that as a lack of experience and that she doesn't know yet. So therefore, that's just something that I'm paying for, right? It's just like training anywhere else. Initially, when you pay somebody, you're training somebody, they're not at the peak of their value to the company or to the business, because they're learning. But you're hoping that later on, that input, that investment on your part, will eventually lead to them being really productive later on and being valuable to the business. So one thing I am realizing is that I've been kind of putting off listing myself because of the lister learning. But I think that's a bad idea, because she's really slow because she's new. And so, I think I have like 2 things listed this week. I mean, that's kind of ridiculous. So she has a couple of items here. She has a couple of items that she needs to be working on, but I think that I'm going to change it to where I, am going to list items while she's learning. So I'm going to give her like less items, maybe like 5 or 10 at a time as she gets through them, and then I'm going to list the rest of the items. I've just been trying to do like work-life balance with my son, because I'm finding that if I don't set aside times for eBay, like specific times, then I'm always trying to do eBay. And, you know, with my job, like full-time during the day, I obviously don't see my son. Then I go pick him up so I get off work at 2:30, 3 o'clock. Got to commute home. It's about a 45-minute drive. I try to listen to podcasts, I listen to YouTube videos. I don't watch them, but I listen to them on the drive home just to keep learning and improving my eBay knowledge, business knowledge, all of that. And then I pick him up around 4. And when I pick him up, you know, we go home, we eat, we do dinner stuff and whatever. And if I'm trying to think in my head that I'm going to get home and do eBay, then I find that my time with him is tainted, right? Like, I'm trying to constantly figure out a way for him to be entertained so that I can do eBay. And I'm realizing that that's not what I want. That's not the way I want to be interacting with him. Because if that means that my patience is thinner, right? So if he's tugging on my arm or pulling on me and I'm trying to list something, I'm like, no, I'm trying to list something. And I don't want my interactions with him to be like that. I don't want to just put him in front of a movie or a show just so I can get some stuff done. Now, I think that's fine to do sometimes, and I think that maybe even, you know, I only see him, he goes to bed around 8:30 or 9. So that means I have 4.5, 5 hours with him. So if an hour of that is him watching Mickey Mouse while I try to list on eBay, I think that's okay. I just don't want all of the time, you know, every single day, every single night to be like that. So I'm really trying to, that's why I have the lister and the photographer. And that's also why I'm really trying to, like, compartmentalize my life. So I'm trying to say, you know, on this day, I'm going to do eBay, or after he goes to bed, I'm going to spend 1 hour or something like that. Giving myself permission to not do work when I'm with Aiden, and make sure that when I'm present, I'm actually there. That's been a challenge for me lately. So I'm really working on that. So hopefully next time I get on here, I will have more listings. Not hopefully, I will have more listings up. I'm still selling things. I sold 2 pairs of shoes yesterday. So I need to get those out this afternoon when I get home. So yeah, just working on everything. This weekend is 50% off at Goodwill, so I'm debating on whether I should go or not. When I go, I feel like I need to buy everything because it's 50% off, but normally one color is 50% off anyway, so I don't like to fall into the trap of sales, but it is a good opportunity for sourcing for sure. All right, have a good day. Thanks.